Dave Bautista, the former WWE superstar turned Hollywood actor, is known for his unapologetic honesty and loyalty to his values. Over the years, he has built a reputation not just for his performances in the ring and on screen, but also for his willingness to stand up for his beliefs, especially when it comes to LGBTQ+ rights. One of the most striking examples of this came when he decided to cover up a tattoo that once symbolized his friendship and admiration for boxing legend Manny Pacquiao. Bautista had long respected Pacquiao, who was both a boxing icon and a fellow fighter with humble beginnings. At one point, Bautista even had the Team Meteor tattoo inked on his forearm, the same design associated with Pacquiao's brand and identity. For Bautista, this wasn't just body art. It represented respect and camaraderie with someone he once considered a friend. However, everything changed in 2016 when Pacquiao made a deeply controversial statement about homosexuality. During a television interview in his home country, Pacquiao said that people in same-sex relationships were worse than animals. The backlash was immediate and fierce. Pacquiao attempted to defend himself by saying that his only mistake was in comparing gay people to animals, but he stood firm in his opposition to same-sex marriage. His comments drew outrage across the world and cost him sponsorship deals. For Bautista, the remarks cut especially deep. His mother is a lesbian, and he has always been outspoken about supporting LGBTQ+ rights. In interviews, he explained that Pacquiao's words were a personal blow, and he could not in good conscience continue to honor someone who publicly expressed such views. Bautista explained, "I was part of a team of a person I considered a friend, and then he later came out publicly with some anti-gay statements and turned out to be an extreme homophobe. My mom's a lesbian, and I just could no longer call him a friend." The weight of that betrayal led Bautista to make a symbolic decision. He covered the tattoo. The mark that once tied him to Pacquiao's identity and legacy was replaced with something new, a piece of art that better reflected his own values and outlook. Bautista chose to ink over the Pacquiao design with an image of a woman in La Catrina makeup, the traditional sugar skull motif from Mexican culture. This choice not only erased the connection to Pacquiao but also transformed the tattoo into a striking and meaningful work of art on its own terms. For Bautista, the cover-up was about more than just removing a name or logo from his body. It was a way of drawing a line between his personal values and the toxic views he could not support. It was a declaration that loyalty has limits, and when those limits are crossed by hatred or bigotry, he will not hesitate to walk away, even from someone he once admired. This act also highlighted the broader implications of Pacquiao's words. Pacquiao is more than just an athlete. He is a political figure and a national hero in the Philippines. His comments about the LGBTQ+ community carried weight and influence, and many criticized him for spreading harmful views at a time when the fight for equality was gaining momentum across the world. Bautista's public rejection of Pacquiao's stance stood as a reminder that words have consequences, and that even friends and fans can turn away when someone crosses a moral line. Bautista's decision resonated with many who have struggled with similar situations, feeling torn between respecting someone's talents or accomplishments and rejecting their offensive or discriminatory beliefs. In Bautista's case, he made it clear that his values, his love for his mother, and his support for the LGBTQ+ community far outweighed any admiration he once held for Pacquiao. In Hollywood and in wrestling, Bautista has continued to champion inclusivity. He has proudly spoken about his mother's influence on his life and has used his platform to push back against intolerance. Covering up the Pacquiao tattoo was not just a personal decision but a public statement, one that reaffirmed where he stands and what he stands for. In the end, Bautista's story is less about Pacquiao's downfall and more about Bautista's integrity. The tattoo cover-up became a physical symbol of his commitment to standing by his loved ones and his principles. By replacing Pacquiao's mark with his own new art, he turned a painful chapter into a reminder of strength, loyalty, and authenticity.